Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Professor Richard Jaswinski, and I am joined here by Professors Sheila Hanna and Sharon Massey. We are the Grand Marshals for these 2023 commencement exercises. Thank you. So now, if you're able, please stand for the national anthem led by graduating student Moses Khan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Now it is our honor to introduce our college president, Dr. Belinda Miles.
Good evening, and thank you. It is truly my privilege to open the 75th commencement ceremony of SUNY Westchester Community College. Thank you, Professor Jaswinski, Professor Hanna, and Professor Massey for being the Grand Marshals for the School of Business and Professional Careers. Being a Grand Marshal is an honor reserved for long-serving faculty members who have or will soon retire. We thank you for your remarkable 79 years of combined service as members of the faculty. On behalf of the State University of New York System, Westchester County, Westchester Community College Board of Trustees, and the faculty, staff, and administration of the college, I welcome our graduates and their guests. We welcome all of our honored guests, and especially members of the College Board of Trustees. We have representing our board, Mrs. Debbie Raises, who you'll hear from in a little while. And our speaker this evening, very special. She's a product of SUNY Westchester Community College, Maria Trusa, and we will introduce her shortly. There are several groups of people without whom this day would not be possible. First and foremost, our faculty. Our faculty being amongst the most dedicated and caring faculty members in the country. Our faculty are second to none in the quality of education that they provide and the level of concern they share for their students. Many of you know that because you watched them spring into action a couple of springs ago in 2020. They were determined to be there for their students. They were determined to help that class of 2020 cross the finish line. And they are here tonight, and we honor them. At this time, I invite those members of our faculty present who are Chancellor Award winners or recipients of the Distinguished Faculty Award to please stand and be recognized. Please remain standing. This is a very high honor and distinction. Amongst the 30 community colleges in the SUNY system, Westchester Community College has the most Distinguished Faculty Award members. So we do honor you, and we ask that all remaining faculty please join your colleagues. Stand and be recognized. Thank you so much for all of your commitment and dedication and service to our students and our college. We also recognize some of the most important and influential people in our graduates' lives, and if I call a category that you're in, you can call back and let us know that you're here, because we're taking this moment to recognize the moms, the dads, the siblings, the husbands, the partners, the significant others, the wives, the grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins, daughters, sons, and friends. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. Over the past couple of years, we had constant reminders of the importance of our own personal support systems. We all greatly appreciate everything you've done to make it possible for your loved ones to be able to complete their degrees. You matter so much in their lives, and I don't know if they were ever difficult or cranky during some of that time, but thank you for being there to support them. Next, we welcome remarks from a few of our honored guests. Our first speaker is a member of the College Board of Trustees, Ms. Debbie Reyes, followed by Professor Chad Thompson, presiding officer of the Faculty Senate, and following Professor Thompson, Vaughn Robinson, president of the Student Government Association, making remarks on behalf of students. Trustee Reyes, I invite you to begin your greetings to this year's graduates.
Good evening. I am Debbie Reyes, a member of the Board of Trustees of this fine institution. I am proud and honored to join in this tribute to your success. You have all distinguished yourselves by achieving this important milestone at SUNY Westchester Community College by facing and overcoming challenges beyond anything any of us could have predicted just a few short years ago. Health concerns, loss of family and friends, economic hardships, child care requirements, stress from social injustice. Your persistence in reaching this momentous goal of graduation is what makes this celebration even more meaningful than usual. This year's graduates embody the spirit of General Colin Powell, who stated, "A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." It is this determination that all of you have exhibited that distinguishes you and will be an important factor in your continued success. In future years, be proud of not just achieving your academic goals, but of having reached those goals during this once-in-a-century crisis. Years from now, there will be an instant glint of admiration in the eyes of people you meet who learn you are a member of this graduating class. People will understand not just your abilities, but your character. To paraphrase the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the true measure of us is not how we behave in moments of comfort and convenience, but how we stand at times of controversy and challenges. So I say to you, graduates, go forth and persist. Our county and our country are ready for you and in need of your service. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chad Thompson, and I'm a member of the biology department. And on behalf of the faculty, I would like to congratulate all of you on your achievement today. Completion of any credential in higher education is no small task. And I am certain that some of your academic challenges that you may have encountered may have seemed insurmountable at times. But here you are. You persevered. You achieved your goal. You sit here today with something that not only that you can carry with you through life, but something that no one can take from you. I'm sure that you know this will not be your last challenge you will face in your career or in your life, but I will say that accomplishments tend to breed themselves, that success is a mindset that you have shown to possess, that when you face future challenges, you can use some of what you've learned here to overcome them. I once read that challenges are metaphorically like large, heavy objects that are placed in your path. But these objects have two handles attached to them. One is a handle that is accessible and ergonomically placed in a position that enables you to pick it up and move on with it. The other handle, however, is placed in such a way that you cannot grab hold of it, much less pick it up and carry it and move on. Therefore, this metaphorical object, this challenge, can become an obstacle that you cannot move past. But what is important to realize in this metaphor is that it is always your choice to choose which handle to grab. Do you choose the handle that enables you to pick up the challenge and move on with it and grow? Or do you choose the handle that weighs you down and keeps you from moving forward? You obviously know how to make that choice, and that is why you're here today. I say this because a couple of years ago, you made a decision to come here, a decision to subject yourself to unknown challenges and to an uncertain outcome. And along the way, you chose the right handle to carry, and you carry those experiences with you to graduation today. So whether you are moving forward into a new career, a new academic program, or you're taking a break for a while to explore adventures in life, just remember what you've accomplished here in overcoming those personal and academic challenges. It is even bigger than the degree or certificate that you have earned. So again, on behalf of the faculty, I congratulate you on your graduation. We thank you for entrusting us with this part of your academic journey, and we wish you well on your future endeavors. Thank you.
Good evening. As I stand before you today, I'm in incredible awe of the diversity that I see in the crowd. I see with every one of you that you have three traits: unwavering drive, dedication, and commitment. Without these three characteristics, it is almost impossible to get through what you have gone through, from COVID to coming back to in-person environment. It has been a struggle, to say the least. But as you go on and you remember what you've gone through, the difficulties, the struggles, you learn that anything is possible and that you could get through everything and anything. We have some people that are students, also club officers, we have people that are parents, we have people that are working part-time, full-time, all to get this education. And this is not something that you had to do, this is something that you felt that was needed to uplift yourself and uplift your family. So on behalf of the SGA, I want to congratulate all of you on your successes, and to remember that these three traits of drive, commitment, and dedication will get you to anywhere you want to be. And I know that after WCC, you guys will be successful and achieve the things that you want to achieve as long as you put your mind to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vaughn. Mr. Robinson, President Robinson, our outgoing Student Government Association president, for those remarks to your peers. And we look forward to your commencement coming up in a couple of semesters. Well, how great is it to be called a graduate? I thought so. I take that as an indication that you fully appreciate the significance of that new designation that you have worked so hard for and that you so richly deserve. You began your career here in the early days of COVID-19. Think back on those days. Remember how things were? Remember how we were feeling? We were frightened. We didn't understand the scourge that was happening around us, and we weren't even sure how to protect ourselves or our loved ones. It was a time of economic, social, and political upheaval, a time of uncertainty, a time that hit our region particularly hard. I say this to call out the fact that it was not a time that people would typically think, oh, let me go take on a big new challenge and step out there and start an academic program. Those were steps that would lead to improving your life, not immediately, but maybe in 5 years, 10 years. This afternoon, we had some of our golden alumni, those who graduated 50 years ago. It's hard to be thinking about the future when you're in the midst of a crisis. But that's what you did. You thought about your futures, and you took that step. So I find you to be some of the most courageous individuals that I've encountered, and I salute you for that work that you've done. Anti-apartheid activist, former political prisoner, and president of post-apartheid South Africa, Nelson Mandela, said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but it is the triumph over fear." And courage is one of the 6 principles identified by the American Academy of Achievement that sets individuals onto their paths to success. Vision is another one of those key principles for achievement. You had courage to take a step, and then you could visualize what you wanted to achieve. More than 40% of you responded to a survey question we posed previously, indicating that you overcame the challenge of being the first in your family to attend an institution of higher education, like I was many years ago, first in my family to become amongst the first. My generation was the first generation to attend college and to have that opportunity and that outcome. And you've also achieved the status as a graduate. So you embodied the maxim, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. As you go through life, don't be afraid to create new dreams and to pursue new dreams. Dreaming helps to create that vision, they're all along the road toward achievement. You mixed in a third achievement principle, though, passion, the inner drive that turns your dreams into reality. You're reaching this milestone of graduation is evidence of your passion, of your drive, and of your desire to achieve. You pushed through the late nights of homework, the study groups, the parties you didn't attend, and setting yourself aside. Learning how to ask questions, setting goals higher to go beyond your last exam or project. Your desire to transfer or to get qualified for a particular career became the passion that kept the fires burning within you, which led to the 4th principle that I'll mention here, perseverance. You stayed focused on your goal of completion through distractions and turmoil, not only of everyday life, but of the pandemic. Distractions such as health concerns, loss of family and friends, economic hardships, childcare requirements, and stress from social injustice. You remained focused on your North Star, and you supported your vision with hard work. Some people define integrity as the match between the vision you have or the words you speak and the actions you take. Because if you're just visualizing things and talking about a lot of stuff and not putting action behind it, well, it shows a bit, it's a lack of integrity. You need that alignment. And when those things are aligned, it leads to the final achievement principle, preparation. Now, I took those 6 and put them in an order that I wanted. I'm not sure that they're all sequential, but I will tell you that now you have reached an amazing milestone of preparation. The rewards for your hard work and dedication are significant to you, to your family, and to our community. You are now well prepared if you intend to further your academic career. WCC is highly respected by four-year colleges and universities, dozens of whom have entered into transfer agreements with us to provide a smooth transition for those of you who wish to continue your studies. And by a round of applause, how many of you are planning to transfer to a four-year institution this fall and soon? Excellent. The School of Business, Careers, and Professional Studies was designed to create that pathway for you because you'll likely need the baccalaureate and maybe even the master's and beyond in order to be in some of the professions or to move up in many of the professions. So some of you have prepared to continue in the workforce directly with your SUNY WCC credentials, and your award-winning faculty have provided you with the skills and knowledge that employers in high-demand fields throughout the region look for in their employees. You're well prepared if you want to also better provide for yourself and your family for years to come. SUNY WCC is ranked 21st nationwide amongst two-year colleges in certain measures of upward socioeconomic mobility. To put that in perspective for you, there are more than 1,100 community colleges in the United States. And so being on that path with that elite group of ranking 21st really does speak volumes for this institution. By a round of applause, how many of you are planning to take your SUNY WCC credentials into the workforce right away? Or continue in your career path? Wonderful, then we've achieved our goals, transfer, entry into the workforce, but we also are excited because you're well prepared to be a valued member of your community. And being a valued member of the community, a good citizen, is part of what drives Westchester County's growth as well as the county's prosperity. SUNY WCC has been nationally recognized for our efforts in building a just civic society through activities that promote voter participation, celebration of LGBTQIA+ rights and equality, and continued commitment to diversity and racial justice. SUNY WCC's dedication to a liberal arts education, typically through our general education curriculum, means that you've been exposed to new ideas and perspectives and that you've developed critical thinking skills and other uniquely human-based life and professional skills that are so important in your future endeavors. And I mention the human-based skills because artificial intelligence is having its moment right now, but we still need humans to come up with new ideas and new ways to integrate information. So hold on to those qualities and continue to develop them. I'll close with a quote from Maya Angelou, the famed poet, who advised that we should continue to be bold and courageous. Try to choose the wisest thing. And once you've chosen the wisest thing, go out and try to achieve it and be it. I echo her sentiments to you. During your years at SUNY WCC, you have shown yourselves to be bold and courageous. You have chosen the wisest things, and now all of us, you, your families, your communities, are depending on you to be it. With that, I congratulate you again on this momentous achievement and wish you the best for the life that awaits you. And now I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our guest speaker, Ms. Maria Trusa, author, entrepreneur, and social activist. She is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of Forme Medical Center located in Westchester and the founder of Yo Digo No Mas, a nonprofit organization which raises awareness and provides support through prevention and education to break the cycle of child sexual abuse with a focus on the Latinx community. In her book, Yo Digo No Mas, Maria breaks the silence and shares her story of sexual abuse at age 9 and how one night changed her life forever. This book also offers tools to help others heal and create a limitless life. On April 29, 2023, Trusa, with the Yo Digo No Mas organization, the Yonkers Mayor's Office, and the Yonkers School District, held the second Walk Against Sexual Abuse of Our Children in Yonkers, New York, a powerful event where hundreds of supporters showed up to say no more to child sexual abuse. We are honored to claim such an accomplished professional and an alumna of Westchester Community College. Please welcome Ms. Maria Trusa.
Thank you, Dr. Miles, for giving me the opportunity to continue my mission of impacting the world. I, like many of you, I know exactly how you feel, because what you're feeling, I felt. I realized that we create rocking chair memories, I call them, rocking chair memory. And today happens to be one of those memories that will feed you as you get older. And for me, that memory started in 1986. In 1986, myself with my little boy, Franco, who's actually 38 years old, walked into the daycare in the school. Do they have the daycare still? Yes, and to me, that was such an important part of coming to Westchester Community College, because I knew that I could come and see my boy. It was my firstborn, and I was a very broken soul. You see, our story, our past, does not define us. It doesn't need to continue to define us. And I'll tell you a little bit about my story so that you can get to feel what it is like to reconstruct your life from the ashes. I was 9 years old when my father, who is supposed to be my protector, decided to give me to one of his friends. This man destroyed my body. He destroyed almost my soul. He took away my innocence, but he didn't take me down. For many years, this story followed me, and I hated my father with vengeance until the day that my father was dying, and he asked for my forgiveness. I forgave my father, and today I find him to be one of the biggest accelerators in my life, because forgiving for me became the way that I live. And I'm asking you to do the same thing. You see, I hated my father, and I had him with me every day. Ironically, he was never with me after the age of 9, because after that night, he never saw me again. He never saw his family. So I forgave my father, and I decided to become curious as to what has this story done for me. What are the damages that I'm making? And one of them was my firstborn. When my firstborn, Franco, was born, I can tell you that I wasn't ready to be a mother. I got married at the age of 17. I was a mother at the age of 20. I came to the United States when I was 15 years old, and I could not speak a word of English. And by the way, I'm 58 years old, and I say it with pride. Back then, there were no bilingual programs. So I had to learn to speak English, and I don't even know how I did it, but those are the limit-crushing opportunities that I've been able to have. I've decided that I was going to become curious, and curiosity is something that I'm urging you to really get very familiar with. You see, the past is the past. So if you're curious about the past, you start judging yourself less. If you don't let the past drive you, if you don't let hate drive you, you're able to focus. I talk about the tremendous focus that I have in my life at this point. And I know that it comes from the curiosity that I have built. I have built a life of curiosity. So I don't judge myself for the mistake that I've made. I'm forgiving myself. And I'm asking you to do the same thing, because I know for a fact, because statistically, every 9 minutes in the United States, a child is sexually abused. And statistically, I am looking at survivors. I am looking at people that have gone through tremendous trauma. But do not let that trauma define you. Be curious as to how you can just judge yourself less. Judge less. And become a limit crusher. By the way, you have become a limit crusher. You're sitting here, You have crushed a limit that many people would not have the chance to be able to crush. I decided to become a limit crusher because once I realized that I could do the things that I want to do, and I started with, at the age of 8, I was 24 years old. I ended up working at Scarsdale Medical Group. Dr. Razy's wife is here, Debbie, and it's an honor to see you, Debbie. 26 years of a career as an executive director at Scarsdale Medical Group. Today, I am the owner of a medical center in urgent care that focuses on the Latino community. I have taken, thank you. I have taken the past as a fuel for me to become a creator. So I own a medical center. Little Jackie from the Dominican Republic is here standing in front of you, crushing another limit, becoming a commencement speaker. For me, this is one of the biggest. You know why? Because I'm so excited that I'm speaking to you and you are me. I was here just like you. I decided to continue crushing limits when I wrote in 2019, I decided that I was going to do a marathon. I ran the New York City Marathon. I was not a runner. But I decided if I can continue crushing limits, then I am crushing fears, and I become fearless. In 2020, I wrote my first book, Yo Digo No Más, I Say No More. The book is in English, in Spanish, is in Audible, because I've become obsessed in crushing limits. That's my wish for you as well. In 2021, I created one of the pride of my life and my legacy, Yo Digo No Más. Yo Digo No Más to sexual abuse of children. And I've taken on this journey, and this journey has led me into being able to have a walk in Yonkers. The streets were closed to fight against sexual abuse. But I didn't stop there. 2022, I decided that I was going to do an Ironman. And I'm sharing this with you because it just shows you how you can crush any limit you want, because the limits exist only in our minds. You see, I did not know how to swim in March of 2022. And I committed to doing an Ironman, which is 1.2 miles in a river. I swam in September 25th, 1.2 miles in the Havana River in Augusta, Georgia, and then went on, thank you, then went on to go on the bike, cycling, which I did not know how to cycle, but I did 56 miles. And after that, I did 10 miles of running. So I finished 70.3 Ironman. Why? Because I decided that I can. Because the limits that we create in our minds. By far, the hardest thing that I've done is to learn how to swim. I thought I was going to die. It was scary, but I did it. What has that done for me? Thank you. What that has done for me is allow me to just be limitless. So right now, I don't even have the time to tell you all the things that I am creating. Why? Because I am the director of my life. You are the director of your life. The results that you're receiving are the results that you are creating. That message, I need to repeat it. The results that you are getting are the results that you are creating. So if you are the director of your life, imagine it's in your hands to be able to create the life that you wish to have. You started already. You are a limit crusher. And it started with a thought. You thought you wanted to go to college. You spoke it, and then you created. You are here today as the creator of your life, as the director of your life. So the formula, you already know it. What's the formula? You think it, you speak it, you create it. Go and have a limitless life. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us and sharing your passion and giving us the formula. Now we have the formula so we can think it, speak it, and create it. Yes. So we have a token of our appreciation that we would like to share with you. It's a memento to remind you of your time here with us today, and it will remind you of the college's 75 years that we've been, 75th anniversary, that we've spent building minds and building futures, and you are a wonderful legacy of how we do that. Thank you so much for coming back to the college and sharing your truth and inspiring our graduates tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Our ceremony continues with the presentation of awards. It is my pleasure to introduce the Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Vanessa Morris, to announce our many student successes and achievements. Dr. Morris.
Thank you, President Miles, and good evening, everyone. We begin with the SUNY Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. Only 193 students received this award across the 64 campus system for achievements in academics, leadership, career achievement, athletics, and community service. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until I've read all of the names. Zeferino Carriero. Natalia Jaramillo Menenses. Lais Ibero de Noronha Branco. Ingrid White Krawick. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, we celebrate the academic and extracurricular excellence of our graduates. For a complete list of graduates who have received an award or scholarship from the college, please refer to your program. At this time, if you have received an award, a scholarship, or another honor from the college or a community group, please stand. Congratulations to all of you. Now we recognize 2 students who took rigorous courses, got involved in leadership activities, and achieved a 4.0 cumulative GPA. First, I invite Lais Ibero de Noronha Branco, our salutatorian, to stand and be recognized. Lais, who came here from Brazil, has completed her degree in human services. Lais has participated in several service and leadership roles at the college, including co-vice president of service for Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. She joined the Commit to Change leadership program and volunteered at the US-Mexico border in San Diego during spring break. A recipient of the SUNY Chancellor Scholarship, Lais was awarded with the Phi Theta Kappa Scholarship at Hunter College, where she plans to further prepare herself for a career in social work. Congratulations, Lais. Next, I invite Zeferino Carriero, our valedictorian, to join me at the podium while we recognize him with our applause. Zeferino has completed his degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences honors with a 4.0 GPA. In addition to his academic career, Zeffirino has been very active outside the classroom at SUNY WCC. He held leadership roles as president of Philosophia and VP of Honor in Action in Phi Theta Kappa. Zeffirino was also a staff writer for the Viking News, orientation leader, and gallery engagement coordinator in the Hankin Academic Arts Buildings Gallery. In his spare time, you might find Zeffirino practicing Muay Thai or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, in which he holds a blue belt, or teaching himself music production, photography, and video editing. Zeffirino has already been honored as a SUNY Chancellor Award winner, and he is awaiting word, and he has also received a Jack Kent Cooke Foundation scholarship. He has been accepted to Columbia University and is in the process of interviewing at Yale. Zeffirino will now deliver his valedictory remarks.
Thank you. Members of the Board of Trustees, President Miles, faculty, staff, guests, families, and fellow graduates, it is my great honor to deliver this address. When I graduated from high school back in 2016, I couldn't have imagined that I would be standing before you here today as the class of 2023 valedictorian at SUNY WCC. Please allow me to share with you briefly some aspects of my journey. I was always an inquisitive child, asking questions and wanting to know more about the world around me. I was also the kid arguing with my Sunday school teachers, debating the role of God and the morality of our actions. I was always a voracious learner and autodidact and loved teaching myself new things. I grew up on the south side of Yonkers and came from modest beginnings. My mother, a first-generation American, and my father raised in foster care. We didn't have the money to afford lots of books or expensive kits to hone my engineering or science abilities, but that never stopped me. Instead, I played with Legos and created Rube Goldberg machines using aluminum measuring tapes and plastic cups to serve as tracks and bounce pads to guide a little marble ball all across my room. When I was given my dad's old computer at just 7 years old, I was overjoyed. Not being able to afford books didn't matter anymore. I could search the internet for anything I wanted to know. I excelled in elementary and middle school, but things took a turn for the worse when I entered high school. I became directionless and depressed. I'd arrive first thing in the morning and students would already be fighting. Drugs and violence were all around me, and I only managed to escape it all by being so withdrawn from my environment. My lack of academic guidance throughout high school led to mediocre grades, and I floated by with a B average without ever applying myself. Because of this, my college prospects were limited. I was also hesitant to take on debt without a concrete plan, so I joined the workforce and in my free time pursued entrepreneurship projects. But then I came across a quote by a Canadian psychologist that truly inspired me. Be as educated as you are intelligent. I realized I had untapped potential I was never able to unearth during high school, and I was determined to see how far I could go. That's when I enrolled at SUNY WCC, and my life changed forever. At WCC, I finally had the opportunity to delve deep into the topics that had always fascinated me. Will Durant, an American historian and philosopher, famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. As a member of the WCC Honors College, I devoted myself to the pursuit of such habitual excellence. I resolved to fully explore my academic interests and to strive for distinction by seizing every opportunity WCC had to offer. The tuition assistance, in-depth curriculum, and mentorship provided by the Honors College and Professors Secreta and Keteku have been instrumental in my success. Through their guidance, I rediscovered my passion for intellectual inquiry and recognized my potential as a scholar and leader. I now look forward to exploring the intersections of moral philosophy and political science at Columbia University or possibly another Ivy League school. The opportunities that lie before me would not have been possible without the help of WCC and the Honors College. This is my story, and I know that each and every one of you, my fellow graduates, has had your own unique experience. What unites us is the fact that we all found our way to this amazing institution of higher learning, that we were nurtured, guided, mentored, and supported by outstanding professors, that we persevered and never quit, no matter how hard our academic or personal challenges were, and that today we can all be immensely proud as we celebrate our achievement. Many of us are first-generation college students. Some of us will join the workforce next. Some may transfer to four-year colleges in the fall. Some may end up working on the policies and resolutions that will shape the next generation. Whatever our next step, let's always remember to stay true to ourselves and never forsake our passions and values that we alone have the privilege of creating and adhering to. On this commencement day, let us pause and look back on all we've accomplished. We're at the summit of a mountain we've been climbing for the past couple of years. It may be the tallest one in view, or there may be other peaks to conquer. But today, let's take a moment to look down at the lands below where life happens, where our communities reside, where social, political, and scientific changes take place at an unprecedented rate. As we celebrate our achievement today, let us vow to be a force for good on this planet. Much has been given to us, and to whom much is given, much will be required. So let's pay it forward. Always remember, this world is yours. Anything the light touches, our kingdom. And together we can accomplish anything that we put our minds to. Congratulations and best wishes, class of 2023. We did it.
You did it indeed. Thank you so much for those words and for sharing your story with us as well, Zeffirino. And we have reached the point in our program where it's the special moment that you've been waiting for, the conferral of certificates and degrees and the presentation of our graduates. I invite Provost Morris back to the podium to present this year's graduates on behalf of the faculty.
President Miles, it is my pleasure to present the diploma candidates who have, with diligence and honor, fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, an Associate in Applied Science, and the College Certificate. By direction of the faculty, I commend them to you and recommend granting the degree or certificate together with all the appertaining rights, honors, and privileges.
I am pleased to accept these candidates from the class of 2023. Under the laws of the state of New York and by action of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you your degrees with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
As we prepare to announce the names of the graduating class, we ask the graduates to wait until a marshal calls your row to come up to the stage. Once you have received your diploma and crossed the stage, the marshals will direct you back to your seats for the conclusion of the ceremony.
Laís Ribeiro de Noronha Branco. Natasha Villegas. Shalia Figuereo. Taisha A. Henry. Jacian T. Dutch. Hennessy M. Gomez. Sophia J. Garay. Mesa Mahmoud Ali Beni Yunus. Perla Ruiz Jimenez. Christine Grimes. Jessica Casper. Marie M. Thermogene. Ariana J. Passatori. Caitlin Pablo. Hillary M. Mota. Fatima Shafra Shafi. Lorena Salguero. Michelle Alicea.
Pamela Rojas.
Jennifer C. Criollo Leta. Ashley Marie Camillo. Hayabsida Imani Baxter. Angelica Gonzalez. Joseph Negron. Catherine Mancada. Christy Lusaint. Montserrat Cruz. Scarlett Colaguazo Carrillo. Gabrielle Alexis. Christina M. Jafrida. Ashley S. Berry. Michael W. Lipkin. Bilali Drame.
Diego Luzao.
Maritza Ceja Vega. Ariana Hernandez Rojas. Elizabeth Angelina Coates. Syed A. El Saidi. Sakar Khalil Al Saidi. Leonardo Ordóñez de León. Philip J. Papageorgiou. Anthony S. Rios. Nate Murray. Kaylee Marie Travis. Patricia Calero. Denise Sanchez Velasquez. Huriana Alondra Lopez. Warankana Froma. Lisa Marie Morales Mina. Angel Martinez. Caitlin J. Ciriello. Erica J. Soto. Eve M. Solano.
Chantel Blair.
Nadia Correa. Mildred Maldonado. Jonathan D. Jacino.
Christopher Zumaran. Destiny Quinones.
Ashwini Ramesh. Esther Bobrun. Melissa Justin.
Amaya Marie Velez.
Isabel J. Rosario. Eva Nicole Gonzalez. Yamina Kalinda. Sonia Duque. Ziani Clark. Rocio Soria Morales. Tanisha D. Williams. Malaysia J. Mohammed. Matthew Troy Moody. Karina Sky Barth. Daniela Uraeta.
Brittany Bruno.
Mark Solo.
Erica Boano.
Williana Maria Paredes. Alvi M. Grullon. Kelly Alison Lascano. Lizbeth Resto.
Clara Antwi. Jeanette Perez Bermio.
Iman Jarhud Hadaba. Patricia Townsend.
Kevisha George.
Victoria T. Nitz. Kayla Christina Oliveira. Wellington Castro Morales. Shirley Montenegro. Stacy L. Pessoa. Denata Ndoj. Michelle Spence. Emily Jimenez. Melissa Martinez.
Ismael Gutierrez Gallardo.
Erica Gomez. Freddie Lucas. Michael P. Raccanello. Alberto A. Escobar. Daniela Raquel De Luque Gonzalez. Alexandra White. Abigail Adane. Chelsea Holwell. Paulina Białek. Isabella L. Florindo. Suzanne Costa Serafim. Jorge L. Suarez Rodriguez. Christ John Kessie Cuyo. William D. Maita. Hannah K. M. James Hall. Ricky Montanez. Eric Morfin. William M. Dragovic. Manfred Owusu Afari. Annabelle Ubita. Eric J. Murtaugh. Zach Thomas Morales. Miles E. Thigpen. Benjamin D. LeBlanc. Sandra B. Owusu. Adriana Nicole McFadden. Amer Abadi. Olawawolemiwa O. Olusanya. Margot L. Maskell. Violet Faith Miller Coyle. Valentina Hope Garville.
Brian Torres.
Abraham Chaco. Jessica L. Hamilton. Manuela Rivero. Alfredo Cervantes. Jorge P. Duque Jimenez. Twana K. A. Spencer. Carlos Sebastian Saca Sarmiento. Thomas Martin Gambino. Joshua Michael Gilfillian. Christopher William Japinga. Renzo G. Vivar Lopez. Skylar Hercules. Paula Negrin. Sashawn Francis. Stephanie Annabelle Guaman. Natalia Jaramillo Meneses. Joanna Elizabeth Morocho Lozano. Monica Orozco Castillo. Adeline Martinez. Matthew Carmona. Michael Thomas Velati. Drew Kyrie Drayton Bay. Michael Chukwuebuka Anyakwo. Tyler J. Stenslin. Fatumata Ba. Amiri A. Holland. Ajay Etwaru. Max Fiore.
Suleiman Ba.
Caitlin F. McCauley. Lizia Ferreira Cardoso. Vioeda Shania. Peter C. D'Alessandro. Ron Justin Williams. Lorianne Mayday. Ellen Claudia Mayday. Zachary Park.
Angel Contreras Lazaro.
Olivia Natalie Capron. Zach Malave. Hussefa Pervez. Oyal Jean-Baptiste. Curtis Asante. Valeria Luna Mendez. Tifana Amanda Moulton. Gabriel Flores. Nicole Cabrera. Latifa A. Draquette. Yenesis Ariana Miller Barreto. Ayana Reed. Christiana Cooley.
Absolutely, well deserved. Absolutely one of the best things about my job and what we do here at SUNY Westchester Community College. We salute you, graduates. And now, in academic tradition, a student who has not earned a degree wears the tassel of his or her mortarboard on the right side. Once the degree is conferred, the scholar moves the tassel to the left, joining a select company of college-educated women and men graduates in recognition of your new status. I invite you to turn your tassels to the left as we applaud you. I think Beyonce has a song like that, right? To the left, to the left? Uh-huh, okay. I'll stick to the script. As we close our program, I remind you that tonight's program represents just the beginning of the next phase of your life. It is not a separation from the college, never. We will always consider you a member of the SUNY WCC family, and we will always welcome you back. At this time, Professor John Watkins, member of the SUNY Westchester Alumni Council, will lead our graduates in our alumni pledge. Professor Watkins.
So on behalf of the Alumni Association, I'm pleased to welcome you as our newest SUNY Westchester Community College alumni. You have the distinguished honor of being one of over 80,000 graduates, a network of professionals with whom you have built connections to help you guide in your future. The Alumni Association holds events yearly to help you connect and grow those relationships. To learn more about it, how to join, please refer to the letter on your diploma cover handed to you on the stage. We look forward to your involvement. At this time, we will recite the alumni pledge found in your program. Please stand and repeat after me. I pledge to be a loyal ambassador for SUNY Westchester Community College and to uphold its reputation in all that I do. I will use my knowledge, skills, and experience for the advancement of public good. I will remember my time at the college and those who helped me achieve my goals. I pledge to use my time and my talents to help those who come after me to realize their dream of education. I am a graduate of SUNY Westchester Community College.
Thank you, Professor Watkins. Wow, you may be seated, just another minute or two, because this concludes the 75th commencement exercise of SUNY Westchester Community College. Thank you for attending tonight and taking part in this wonderful ceremony. We thank again Professors Jaswinski, Hanna, and Massey for serving as Grand Marshals. Thank you to the members of the committees who planned many year-end special events that celebrated student success. And thank you for the many wonderful student volunteers, marshals, and staff for their tremendous work on this magnificent ceremony. Don't they look good in their gray t-shirts around the room? Every time I see one of those t-shirts, I get a sense of calm because I know that this very competent team has it on the ball. Thank you so much. Graduates, faculty, and platform party, please stand for the Grand Marshals to lead the academic recessional. First, the platform party will recess, followed by the graduates. After all of the graduates have recessed, we ask our guests to exit the building. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2023.